Welcome back. This is Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and we are going over the Wave 3 release for Dungeons & Dragons Attack Wing. It's a game by Wizkids. It's a miniature game, so you get these pre-painted figures. They all have abilities. They all have points. You put together an army, and you battle it out with just either fighting or you play scenarios. Wave 3 consists of 3 figures, the Wyvern, Harpy, and the Silver Dragon. We've already gone over the Silver Dragon and what you get with that. Up next, we're going to do the Harpy, which is this figure, a tiny figure. I'm going to open it up, discuss what you get inside, and go over our predictions. So when it was announced what was coming out in the waves, we used our knowledge and our Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual to make some predictions as to what we thought you can expect for the release. So far, we're nailing it pretty well. I'm kind of proud as to how close we are with nailing what to expect with each set. So first up, let's actually check out the Harpy figure itself. Pretty cool. Just trying to figure out where the hell you put the flight stand. So this is the figure. Put it comparison for size. It's really tiny. Some decent detail on it. Not tons of shading. I mean, it's a thing that's kind of interesting. The Silver Dragon, one of the wings was shaded, one's not. Here we're not really seeing any shading on it. It's just kind of colors. They tried to color the eyes with a little mixed effect. The chest is colored. I mean, there's a little bit of bleeding as far as the waist. The legs look like they have some slight detail on it. You can see there's like some slight hair that you would expect for our Harpy. So let's go put this figure on its base. Oh, there's the flight thing. Overall, not bad of a figure. Not horrible. So, with Harpies, as I said, the thing that stood out to me when trying to figure out what we might expect is that I saw the flight stand for a second ago. The thing that stands out to me is they have a multi-attack. So that we might, I was thinking maybe we would see that somehow play out in the actual game itself. They're able to attack with both their claws and a club. The figure doesn't have a club, so maybe I might be off on that one. I also said they also have some history with elves, so maybe that will play into the release as well with either some of their characteristics or their cards. So let's actually see what else you get. You don't get just the figure, but you also get cards to customize your army, as well as a whole bunch of tokens to keep track of stuff. So let's first look at the tokens. We have pretty common items. Get with most of them. So these are some unique ones that looks like 2 elves, probably looking like some elves, maybe. Maybe it's Harpies, but I'm going with elves with some balls and chains. And then what looks like a jail of some sorts. Some weird location. One of the disabled tokens fell out, but we have another like elvish type thing. So this is Reclamation Adventure 5.2. So I said they come in with scenarios for you to play out. They call the dragon some delicate creatures not to, but rather deliver 3 strapping elf prisoners to her with insurances. So I said they have history with elves, so we should expect something with elves. Right there in the scenario, it has to do with elves. Again, nailed it. So that's what the kids do. Nailed it. So let's actually discuss the figures, the figure itself, what we can expect. I would think that we would have a pretty maneuverable figure, and we do. So in flight, it's not the fastest figure in the world. It can go 4, which isn't bad. It can do some nice maneuvering at 3. 2 is the sweet spot. But what really stands out to me is it can do 3 and then pivot, and 2 and pivot, and of course 1 and pivot. So we're looking at a figure that can fly, really far and then kind of twist around, get ahead. So that's pretty cool. The ground maneuver really crap. It can only move 2. We're looking really slow. A lot of it in that 2 is going to be stressed maneuver. You're going to pick up a stress token. So the Harpies are going to want to stick to flights. Figure themselves, it's not bad. So the figure we've got a hell of a range. So the attacks is first the basic Harpy Archer costs 18. It's pretty cheap in this game. A range of 4 with attack, so you're shooting really, really far. The claw is 1. So again, I said it's possible we're looking at multi-attacks. I said club, but actually they're going to have bows. Really not bad. The 2 attack, 3 for defense, no armor, but we shouldn't really expect that. The beefier character, the Sycorax, costs 36. That's about dragon territory. 3 attack, 4 life, no armor. Again, range 4 for the attack, 1 claw melee. If Sycorax inflicts at least 1 damage against a creature with her first claw attack, she may immediately make a second claw attack against the same creature. So basically, that's not bad. If you do some damage, if you do at least 1, you're getting some more attacks on there. I did say a multi-attack is a possibility, and that sounds like a multi-attack to me. Elves, multi-attack, 2 for 2 on our predictions. Damn, we're good. We know our stuff. Let's see here. So, as far as items that you get Boots of Balance, the campaign artifact. After performing a pivot, you may disable this upgrade to allow yourself to perform actions for the rest of the round. You may disable those to allow yourself to... So normally if you pivot, you can't really do anything. You're stressed, you're just done. And you can't do any of the cool actions, like lock on and all that type of stuff. So this allows you to do that. So not a bad item. So the Harpy, which pivots a bunch. I mean, a lot of the movement there is pivoting. The 3, 2, and even 1. Normally you would lose kind of what you want to do, but you still can with this. So that's really cool. Very helpful. So let's go over the other items to equip your Harpy. So first we have Wicked Tongue. Must be Harpy to equip, so obviously you're not going to be using it for a whole lot. The affected creature cannot roll more than 3 dice each time it attacks or defends. This creature, this does not affect the number of dice that creature can re-roll. So let's see that. The affected creature cannot roll more than 3 dice each time it attacks or defends. This does not affect the number of dice that the creature can re-roll. In place of on 1 creature at range 1 to 2 in your forward arc to receive it. So not bad. I mean, it's a good defense. I mean, the thing about your Harpy is it's pretty weak. You're gonna need something to defend yourself. So you kind of got that. Sadistic Coward special. After performing an action, you may disable this upgrade to avoid receiving an exhaustion token. So there we go. I'm guessing that's pivot action. So again, helping you with your movement. So making the Harpy pretty maneuverable. That costs 3. We also have for 3 Cruelty. During primary, you may place this during the deflect hits step of combat to ignore one of your opponent's armor tokens. This allows you to do a little bit more damage. So that could be really, really helpful for some other figures. Must be Harpy to equip. This is 3 Captivating Song. You cannot make any attacks except the attacks that are triggered by this effect. Whenever any non-Harpy creature declares an attack within range 1 to 2 of you in any direction, ground and air, use your primary weapon value to make an immediate ranged attack against that creature. This attack penetrates armor. If you inflict at least 1 damage against a creature, it sustains no damage but cannot attack this round. When this effect ends for any reason, discard this card. That's pretty cool. That's a great upgrade. So basically, you got a way to defend and prevent attacks. I think that's going to be probably a must-have for Harpies. You get your Harpy in there, and you kind of fly it in and try to protect your other players. That's your other figures. That's an awesome ability. Finally, we've got Monstrous Aim. Cost is 4. When attacking with a primary weapon, ranged attack, you may discard this upgrade at the start of the roll attack dice step of combat to roll +2 attack dice. So already we've got a decent amount of attacks for the figures, which were 3 and 2. You got the ranged 4. You know, that's going to help you get even more attacks. So you're looking at potentially 4 and 5 attacks. So you know, it's a one-time thing because you have to discard it, but that's sounding pretty freaking cool. So with the Harpy, you're looking at a figure that you're going to get in there. There's some defense abilities, and then you're going to be trying to get to take some long shots at what's around you. Not bad. Pricey, I don't know if I necessarily would go with the 36. The 18's sounding not too bad, though. Could be really fun. I mean, these two figures so far, a lot of what I've seen is disruption. They got a lot of abilities to basically screw with the other players and cause them some headaches when they try to attack you, or while you're attacking them, or they just move in general. Really interesting tactic. I mean, basically you're seeing kind of a theme running through this set that is disrupt the other player. And that adds a whole new aspect to the game, which should be really interesting to see how this plays out as more people get these figures and figures out exactly what they want to do with it. So that is the Harpy from Wizkids for Dungeons & Dragons Attack Wing. It's out now in stores. You can come back. We're going to be checking out the final figure for the release, the Wyvern, and see if we continue to nail exactly what we expect from this set. As always, I'm Brett. This is Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. You can find us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. You can also check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all at Graphic Policy. We keep it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep it geeky.